look at your figures, then how did you arrive at the total there?
At the total, that
Yes.
that's the total cost of facilities cost, workforce, and paying taxes. Facilities cost, electrodes, wires, capacitors, machines, converter. We have done calculations on them per year. So each electrode, like in 1 meter square, we use 2 electrodes. Then in 100 meters square, there are going to be 200 electrodes. And each one of them costs 15,000 shillings. So if you multiply, you get the total number. Then wires, we have used like 20 bundles of wire. Capacitors, hundreds. Machines, converters, all of those. When you conclude and sum up, you get the total cost of that one. And workforce, we have employed like 24 people, whereby it includes the engineer, the labor force, and the one that does guard the plantation. So if you do the calculations per year on the salary, you get the total of that one. Then paying taxes, that is 30% of our profit. We'll have seen in the current market that taxes that are going to be paid to the government is 30% of their profit. That's why we have put in 30% of our profit. And when you sum up, because we have made it like a cost, when you sum up, we get the number of that one. At the revenue, the current market sells 1 unit. 1 unit stands for 1 kilowatt, and that is sold by 150. But us as MJ company, we sell 1 unit by 100 to the TANESCO. So of course, in 100 meters square, which produces 100 megawatts, are going to produce how many shillings? And that's 3.6 billion per year.
Yeah. I believe different people know that there are electrons that are produced by plants, but nobody has ever come up with something like this. But do you think your idea is new in the world? And if it is not new, why do you think other people didn't work on that? Did you read about this and see why nobody else has done this?
Well, the idea is not new. Well, the idea has been applied in Netherlands. Well, our idea was to introduce it in Tanzania because we have seen its potential there. So we wanted that potential that is going to be obtained in Netherlands, why Tanzania should not get that. And while other sources that are currently used have 4% of pollution and are like to vanish in the next generation. This is renewable and sustainable. That's why we have come up with it.
Okay, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. In front of you, we are students from Changombe Demonstration Secondary School. I am Esther Moses. Here is Martina Gaudens. We have Hafsa Omar. We have Subira Songoro. And we have, last but not least, Zakaria Vincent. We are students from Changombe, and this is the team. We are conducting a project that goes by the name PBB for Life Saving. Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever imagined or have you ever experienced a situation that you are calling for help and nobody responds? Have you imagined how it feels when the people you are expecting to help you do not even notice you? Ladies and gentlemen, now, that is a condition that most of the Tanzanians are going through. The people, the patients that are laying on bed on most of the local hospital are going through. The statistics shows the doctor-to-patient ratio in Tanzania is 1 to 20,000. And that is very against the recommended ratio by the WHO, the World Health Organization. That is, the ratio recommended is 1 to 300. So, through our investigation, we have noticed that there is poor health condition in our country. And that includes the poor transfer of information between the patients and the medical personnel, doctors or nurses. Having recognizing this, our team have came up with PBB, a device, patient's bed button, a device that aims to quicken the information between patients to the doctors in case a patient experience a change, health change. We aim at starting our project on two hospitals, Mwananyamala Hospital and Temeko Hospital at the pilot hospital, and we want to begin specifically with those patients who are critical condition. When, example, those patients who are from theater room, it is medical advice for those patients not to move. For example, those patients who are from delivery, those mothers, they are not advised to make any kind of movement. So, what is behind this? Martina here will have to go us through this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not just a theoretically, but this happens in our society, in our country, in our nation, Tanzania. A lot of people lost their relatives, their beloved ones, just because of poor communication between the patients and doctors. Let me take you back through in 2014, my mom, my very own mother, lost her last born just because of poor communication or lack of transfer of information from the patient to doctors. She delivered her baby safely at midnight, but soon after delivery, the baby started choking. My mother tried to scream, but no doctor, no nurse was there nearby to help her. Just take a look if this device would be there. Maybe my brother survived till today. So that is why we came up with this PBB. It is an electronic device which is going to be pressed on patient's bed whenever a patient notices some changes in his or her body, in her status. He or she will just have to click the button, and then the message or the signals in form of light and sound is going to be heard to the place where doctors and nurses are found. In this way, we are going to save a lot of lives of Tanzanians. This device is very beneficial to our country, to our nation. Firstly, we are going to support what is made inside the country. It is just a semblance of raw material. We have those raw material, but there is no innovation, there is no one to support those kind of assemblies. So we are here kindly to show you this potential for a device. And secondly, we are offering data health services to the society. In order to the society to be saved from unnecessary death, there should be the better communication between doctors and patients. Also, our device aimed at creating employment. As we know, each business has profits inside of it. So through this project, through this device, we are going to create money. And we are going to support our president in his policy of industrialization. What we need from you guys is just your support. And we need a site for assemblage of those raw materials. And also, we need IT personnel so that we can have a knowledge about those things. And apart from that, This device is very available and is sustainable also because it is made here in Tanzania. So we have to support what is made inside the country. We know in the private hospitals there are those devices, but those devices are imported from outside. Can you all here imagine how many costs are going to be incurred by the government if we want to import those devices from outside to inside the country? We are going to save a lot of money from our government by producing or by assemblies of those materials to make this device. So I'm kindly request for your support because this has a lot of benefits from the grassroots to the national level.
The team is going to conduct the collection of the raw materials, also assembling them. Also, we are going to install the device to the hospitals. Also, we are going to provide training because we have done research, and in our country, the device is not very common. It is there to some private hospitals, but just few of them. Many local hospitals have no idea on the device. So we are going to provide the training to the medical personnel, the doctor and the nurses, so that they can be aware of how to use the device. Also, we are going to test, as we have mentioned before, that we want to conduct the start of the project to Temeke and Mwananyamala Hospital. Also, we are going, who are our customers? We intend to reach the government of Tanzania under the Ministry of Health. It is very clear to us, as our investigation went, that the government of Tanzania, each year of budget, set money for the health ministry. So, through your support, you will enable us to approach the government of Tanzania, and we will have the money set for this activity. Also, other health centers, because only some private hospitals have this, not all of them. So some health centers, the private centers, they will have to purchase our device. Also, the cost structure. Because we need one machine, as Martina explained how the machine will be working, we need one machine which will support the functioning of 10 buttons that will be placed on bed. So one machine for supporting 10 buttons will require the total value of 150,000, and we require 50,000 for advertisement to the society and 240,000 for salary. We'll also need money for transportation of the raw material, that is 100,000. But for the start, we intend to bring 5 machines. The 5 machines will support 50 buttons. So 5 machines will support 50 buttons with a total cost of 600,000. And we are going to sell them to our customer for about the total of 440,000. That will bring the profit of 260,000. So that is a great profit for 1 month, because we have calculated the time needed. It will all need 1 month to sell all these. What is the value that we bring? Ladies and gentlemen, there is no high cost when it comes to saving life. There is no high cost when it comes to saving life. And we intend to give chances to those people laying on bed. We intend to give chances for them to survive. So please support us. And another thing, we require raw materials like buzzer, resistor, zero board, crystal, capacitor, microcontroller, button, solder wire. Channels. We will have to contact our customer through the use of on magazine, website, and it will be easy for us to get information, the feedback on what our device is playing part to the community. And we'll get even the challenges, because we know in every business there is challenge. So through those channels, we will have to contact our customers. customer relationship, as I've said. Our key partners, as you are going to support us to reach the Ministry of Health, USAID, DTBI, UKAID, and IOP. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to me. There is no high cost when it comes to life. Please support us as we help those people transfer the information to the doctor in case they feel any change. Thank you.